Does SaltEcrafter have something against Scholastic? And the answer is yes, I do. I do. Against Scholastic. Thinking back when I was a kid, everyone got those Scholastic papers in the classroom. And looking at those sheets, I was like, oh, I want this thing and I want that thing. And then I went home and remembered I wasn't allowed to order from that catalog. And then when the day of delivery came, everybody got their stuff. Except for little Jackie. She felt extremely salty that everybody else got some pretty cool things and she didn't. So my response to that is many years later, SaltEcrafter gets them all! And she's going to review them and put some salt on them where needed. In all seriousness, I have nothing against Scholastic or Klutz. I find that the products are actually way better quality than Crayola and Craft City, but nobody's immune to being salted. And so this week, I really wanted to review something just slightly different than, you know, cute craft kits. I found circuit clay. This is supposed to be clay that should be able to conduct electricity, and we should be able to get lights from this. So this is really interesting. I am super curious to try it, and will it work as well as it claims? With that said, let's do it. This little bugger over here is actually one of the most expensive kits that I paid for. This cost me $30 Canadian, or if you go on the American Amazon, about $22 US. I don't think shipping's included, so it's gonna be a little extra for that. All right, with that said, let's check out what we get in here, and we do get a fully illustrated booklet that I definitely had to read just a little bit before starting because I was always kicked out of class. Won't open. Don't fight. Fight me! Here's what we get in this kit, a 52-page fully illustrated book on how to use this kit. So their strength really is on these full booklets. 4 colors of reusable clay. These are supposed to be conductive clay. I don't know if they're any different than modeling clay. I guess we'll do some reading and find out. 1 block of white insulating clay. So this is, I'm not sure what it's supposed to do. Don't get salty on me, I'm just starting, okay? 20 LED lights, a battery pack, and I don't see any batteries anywhere, and this is a little too light to have batteries, so do I need a screwdriver for this? And lastly, we get paper cutouts. This is a little odd. There's supposed to be 53. I can already tell you I am not a fan of these cutouts, but we'll see. I guess we'll see if it's useful or just a gimmick. Insert the LED, and then, is that 4 batteries? I just brought 2. That's what I brought. Let me go pillage the batteries out of the Wii U controllers. Guys, this smells like Play-Doh. Let's test it out with Play-Doh afters. So if it works with this one, I'm gonna go pick up some of the Play-Doh from the other challenge and see if that actually does work. I'm really curious. All right there for science. Let's see if this works on Play-Doh, because that's what it smelled like. Before I press the on button, I want to know what your vote is. Will it work? Vote yes or no here. Make sure you pause first, and we'll see if that's the case. Are you ready? Let's press on.
Oh, hell no!
I don't know if you guys can see. Let me turn the lights off. Look at that. It works. I knew that my nose would not deceive me. It smelled like nostalgia. Your conductive clay is Play-Doh, buddies. You're welcome. Now that we've established that Play-Doh actually is our conductive clay, it's very faint, but you can still see it. I'm really curious. As soon as you touch it, the light should go off. They touch each other. What we need in this case is the insulating clay, and I'm really curious to know what is this. It smells like normal clay. So let's put this in between, and it should still be working. See, so they're all touching, but it's still working. Now the question is this polymer clay? Let's find out by putting a piece of home polymer clay right in between these two and then seeing if it works. Again, vote. Will polymer clay work as the insulating piece? We're gonna put it right there, make them touch, turn the light off, and the answer is yes. Oh my god. Oh my gosh. So we have figured out this kit, guys. We totally figured it out. You don't need any special material. And I didn't find this online or anything. I just felt the clay, smelled it, touched it. I was like, this seems pretty familiar. Guys, this is my domain. Don't try to fool the SaltEcrafter. I see you. All right, now that we know what the materials are, let's go ahead and make the UFO project in this booklet because it looks really cool, even though the lights really suck. The biggest selling point of this kit is that it lights up. But the fact that every time I tried to get the lights in there, and it was just lighting one light. I don't understand what was going on. I tried even when it was just one piece of clay and non-conductive pieces in the middle. I mean, non-insulating pieces. I couldn't get any more than one light going on at the same time. Useless piece of project. Time for the nitty-gritty. Is this kit worth it? Let's go through the cons first, because that's what we salty people do. Let's all do the salty face. One thing that you guys don't know about the salty face is that it's pretty painful to maintain, so you're welcome. The first thing that already caught my attention, because this is an expensive kit, where are my batteries? No batteries were included. We don't get enough information in this kit. It did tell me, do you want more information on conductive clay? Make sure that you go onto page 8. I went on page 8 and the only thing that was there was how to shape it. How do I know? I mean, if I'm looking to learn about electricity and conductive stuff and insulation things, shouldn't I at least know what makes something conductive? This is supposed to be an educational kit, so yeah. What the heck was going on with these lights? I mean, the kit looked so amazing. You saw the front and it had lights and you're like, oh my god, it's like a nightlight kind of thing, or you know, something that at least gives off some kind of direction of where it is. But no, the light was just completely crappy. I don't get it. Really crappy lights. So even though we got weak lights, we seem to have also been getting defective lights. I don't know what was going on. I moved things around, removed the red one, and just kind of tried to figure out why these lights weren't working, even on an individual basis, as you had seen at the beginning. Some of them just wanted nothing to do with lighting up. Quality control in this kit are questionable at best. Alright there, Klutz, let's talk about your conductive clay, which in other words is modeling free or Play-Doh. I mean, come on, at least be honest in your instructional manual, because even in the other kit they were telling you if you don't have enough of this you can get that, but in this kit there was no mention that this is Play-Doh. If you want more colors, I mean, come on, give me more options, things to work with. Give it a little more playability at the cost of, you know, more loyalty towards your own product. Same thing as the conductive clay. Now we're going to talk about the insulating clay. There's just not enough information again about what I could use, because they give you just this one block, which is the white one. But they're not telling you what else it could be, and from my research, which took exactly 0.5 seconds, we know that the insulating clay can also be polymer clay. So we're getting orange, black, green, and blue, which means that colors just seem like Halloween. The variety of colors included in there are really, really boring compared to some of the other kits. For what it is, this is an overpriced kit. You're getting temporary projects, terrible products, and just overall overpriced. Just overpriced. I mean, for $30, I could think of so many other better kits. So the instructions are not that great when it comes to knowing what size you want to make the coils or the balls or anything like that. We actually had to go back quite a few pages, so I had to flip through the pages back and forth. Unlike, again, the bake shop, where on each page we were told, okay, make a ball, you know, like this big, make a coil this long, and that was for each project. For this one, it was like, yeah, just go back to page 3, even though you're on page 17, just go back and forth, which made it pretty annoying, to be honest. Even though they say that these projects are temporary, they force you to make permanent changes on the LED lights. So because the legs are so long, I have to cut them to make the UFO thing. In essence, why are we getting temporary projects but have to alter the actual lights permanently? That's a problem, I think. Since we're working with Play-Doh type clay and insulating clay. Since everything seems to dry quickly, because again, remember, we're working with Play-Doh type things, that crustiness of, you know, Play-Doh is everywhere. And if you take, let's say, half an hour or 20 minutes to make your creation, it also gets crusty and not smooth, and there's crack, except it's a lesser form of Play-Doh, because I used Play-Doh recently and it didn't crack and dry the same way these ones do. This kit's pretty frustrating. Just, I want to put it out there. It was pretty frustrating because the LEDs didn't work, and if they did work, the light is so dim. I mean, the whole purpose of this kit is, you know, light up clay. It's like, wow, that is so cool. And then the actual thing that it's marketed for is the biggest failure flop of it. It's like, come on, you advertise this stuff. My eyes are closed right now. I'm going into my happy place. I don't know who was the genius that decided that our insulating clay would be white, because obviously they did not work with white clay before. Yeah, that white clay, can you take a guess? It's pretty dirty. Guys, it's dirty. We have color contamination on everything. So even if you're not gonna touch the colors and they shouldn't be sticking to each other, they still will get a contamination. Imagine I'm a kid and I'm like, oh, I wanna make more. And then what happens is that by the 5th project, that white is going to be pretty disgusting. As much as I was skeptical on the cutouts for the bake shop, the cutouts in this kit feel like a shortcut and a cheap addition instead of putting more colors to be more creative. So the playability for this is really not that great. And it has nothing to do with the idea of the kit itself, but it is limited with the contents that they put into it. Once you just know how to put the defective lights in, now it's just about playing with clay. As much as I really enjoy being salty, I love it. I don't know why I changed voices. Always try to look at the pros, well, cons and pros of each product. You will be extremely, maybe happy or surprised to know that I have nothing good to say about this product. So overall, I give this product a 0 on 10 dorks. I would never recommend it. I would never promote it. This product is just such a waste of money for the actual activity that you get and the learning experience that it has. If I were getting this as a kid, and remember I am a kid at heart and sometimes mentally, I think I would genuinely be pretty disappointed at it. So this is by far one of the worst kits I've reviewed, and yes, on some of the Craft City ones I've given 2 on 10 dorks. I did have some positive things to say, so you gotta hand that to them. If you want to see more salty reviews, make sure you click up here, and if you want to watch a crafting video, because some of you are like, Jackie, you need to make crafting videos, why'd you stop? I didn't stop. Click down here and enjoy that stuff. Thank you so much for watching, guys. Until then, I will see you in the next video.